Yeah, I mean, there's so many, absolutely so many. It's just, when because I do a lot of more flipping per se. My investors more want to do flipping. A lot of my investors don't really want to be landlords. They might hold on to a couple properties depending on, makes sense and everything else. But yeah, I mean, it's when you're, flipping some of these homes, you just never know. I mean, we've walked in and there's been squatters in the home, which Georgia has a squatters' rights law. So once that happens, it's not like something that we can just take them by force, throw them out.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Leo Wehdeking, and today I am joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Daryl Hubbard. He's actually been making serious moves in the real estate industry. Daryl, glad to have you here, man.
Hey, Leo, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate the invite.
Yeah, no worries, man. Daryl, I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you've been approaching the real estate business and the knowledge that you have in investing, all right? So for the people that are not familiar with your world, can you give us a short version on what's your main focus these days?
Yeah, so I've been in the industry since 2002. Real estate, residential investing, that's one of my biggest primary visions right now, and wants to, to continue that for sure.
All right, that's cool, man. And can you tell the audience in what markets are you operating in?
So we service the Metro Atlanta area. We service some other areas as far as kind of Griffin area, but we try to stay at, kind of around the Metro Atlanta area. And anybody that's familiar with that area, it has a surrounding highway called 285, and that's pretty much considered your Metro Atlanta area. So kind of anywhere in that. We might go a little bit south, a little bit west, east, north, but that's kind of the perimeters that we try to stay in.
All right. Daryl, actually, something that caught my attention about you is the way that you've been able to help investors to identify properties, and how you, with the knowledge that you have, how is the whole process, all right, of identifying the properties for your investors. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got several kind of inside people, whether they're looking at property records of code violations, whatever it may be. And we also, we do what's called driving for dollars, which is you drive around, you see some homes that maybe have, some high grass, they've got some boarded up windows and doors. Maybe they have some red tags or some stickers on the front doors, usually a violation of some kind of code of such. And we like to jot that address down, and we like to follow up, see if we can do some circle prospecting on that home and see if we can't find the homeowner, and make that several, kind of what we call bird dogs in the industry that are able to do that. That way it kind of, I'm leveraging their time and their experience on that. And also I'm doing it myself. I mean, I might be, flipping a property and I might see, I'll kind of drive around the neighborhood or kind of the area. I'll spend a good afternoon or a good 2 or 3 hours to drive around and see what I can kind of find. But yeah, there's so many different ways, especially with technology to get that information on some of these homes. But we're trying everything.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
All right, all right. Actually, that's not easy these days. Daryl, now you mentioned something about flipping houses. That's actually something that everybody, is interested in doing nowadays when it comes about real estate. Sometimes they don't want to keep the property. They just want to invest it, and get some type of return. So how do you help people to do that?
Well, that's kind of one of my biggest specialty and strengths is I'm able to identify the property, get it for a good price, get a good vision on what we can turn this house into, get them a good scope of work, a budget, timeline, even hard money lenders if they need that. So that's kind of really my true strength is being kind of a one stop shop, all in one, whatever you want to. Yeah, I mean it's taken me a long time to do it. It's some 15, 20 years to be able to do it. But yeah, I think that's probably my biggest strength right there.
All right. Yeah, that's actually not easy, to keep your business for all these years running smoothly. That's not easy. What's been the key to actually being able to keep your business running for all these years, especially when the interest rates, they go up and sometimes they go down. Right now, you mentioned something that we are at a buyer's market. So what does that mean when for a person that actually have no clue about real estate? What does it mean, that we are at a buyer's market right now?
So yeah, buyer's market typically means that there's more inventory than there is buyers, or there's more homes going on for sale than closing per month. So we have been on a kind of upwards trajectory ever since probably 2011, 2012, where the market has been trending up and up and up. More of a seller's market, which means the seller can put the home on the market and it's going to sell probably within the first 30, 45 days. Now it's kind of changed a little bit. Buyers are a little bit more reserved. They're wanting, to get that perfect home or the home that they've been kind of waiting out for. Some people are waiting for interest rates to come down. Some people are waiting for home prices to come down. And all of those are starting to come into fruition right now. I mean, interest rates are hopefully coming down here soon, and home prices definitely, I think, just about nationwide are starting to see a correction.
Okay, all right, all right. And now, Daryl, changing the subject a little bit, I know that every operator has a moment where things got real, maybe a deal that went sideways or a time that they have to pivot really fast. Do you mind sharing one of those moments?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, absolutely so many. It's just when because I do a lot of more flipping per se. My investors more want to do flipping. A lot of my investors don't really want to be landlords. They might hold on to a couple properties depending on makes sense and everything else. That's one thing I don't do. I don't do property management, so that would have to be like a separate company that they would have to hire and everything like that. But But yeah, I mean, it's when you're, flipping some of these homes, you just never know. I mean, we've walked in and there's been squatters in the home, which, Georgia has a squatters' rights law. So once that happens, it's not like something that we can just take them by force, throw them out. And so we have to, there's several different legal ways for us to get any kind of squatters out. I mean, we've had all kinds of packs of dogs, everything you can think of, raccoons, cats. That's just destroyed the house, and I mean, you just open up a wall and you just never know what you're going to find. I mean, besides, more than just some insulation, I'll say that. So there's so many different challenges, and it's always, and I guess that's one thing that's exciting is it's exciting, it's frustrating, but to me, what keeps me going is that vision on, I know what I can do with this house. I know that I can deliver a good product. And I mean, I've just always just enjoyed that part of it. So it's just staying focused on that end result.
All right. Now that you say focused, what are you most focused on solving or scaling next?
Yeah, just coming over, just, probably I would say getting over the hurdles on some of these investors, that are just, I don't see how this can work, or, they don't have the vision that I have, or, they just are kind of down because of the market. They just don't think it's going to work. They don't, maybe not like the area or the style of home, the condition that it is currently. They just think it's just, this is too much, and they get a little bit frazzled per se, and a little stressed out. So overcoming all those objections and that kind of negativity, and again, just keep the eye on the prize, and stay focused, stay positive that we're gonna get this, and you're gonna make, maybe not make $100,000, maybe not even make $50,000, but you're gonna make a good amount of money. You're gonna, for making a few phone calls and 3 to 6 months of work, you're gonna make some good money for sure.
Even in this market right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems like you got everything in place. All right.
Not
So
everything. I tried to, but
almost everything,
yeah, there we go.
almost everything. All right. All right. Now, Daryl, I know that a lot of people that are listening, they're either early in their journey or they're just looking to level up. All right. And I think they'll benefit from hearing this. When it comes about building relationships and growing up your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
Yeah, I mean, the building the relationships, keeping the good relationships, knowing, who you can talk to, who you can trust, that is so key in this world, because so many people are wanting to snatch deals from underneath you, or, so I it's unfortunate it's gotten to be like that, but it is a very, very cutthroat
Yeah,
business.
there is a lot of competition outside, especially in the real estate world.
Yes.
I'm telling you because I have like out of 10 friends, 8 of them are real estate agents, you know, and they're all good, they help each other. Sometimes whenever they have a property and, like they don't have the investor for it, they always look around within themselves, to see if there is a possibility of making a deal with that property. All right, man.
And
Now,
that's what it's about. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, that's what it's about.
yes. Now, can you tell us how you've been able to manage your team and keep it whole? Because I know that you mentioned that one of the things that you see as a struggle, not as a struggle, but maybe an area that you can work on a little bit more, is managing your team, right? Having the right people in place. So can you tell us a little bit how you've been able to achieve that, while also focusing in the other areas of the real estate?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back to, kind of One big thing for me is communication. So I'm communicating constantly. It's providing the team with, a scope of work, leaving folders at that house with the scope of work printed, emailing certain people that need to know what the scope of work is, what the next steps are. And it's just, maybe not a daily, but it's almost 2 to 3 times a week following up with key people on my team to kind of make sure that things are moving along as they should be. And same thing with the client, just those touches, the follow ups, hey, pictures, videos, this is where we're at, this is the next steps. That answers a lot of questions that they may have, is that they can receive, some pictures every few days in an email saying, hey, this is where we're at right now. This is the next step. And then after that, this is probably going to be the next 2 or 3 steps past that. So
All right.
communication, and it's just that golden rule. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. So I think if people can kind of, and that probably goes with just a lot of businesses and relationships, as you follow those
Yeah,
two.
not only in real estate. I believe that communication, it's actually the key for success in every aspect, whether if it's in real estate, even in real life, communication is the key. And that's something that you cannot fake, okay? Because you need to be constantly communicating, what you want your team to do. So yeah, actually that's something very good. For me, relationships are everything. All right, man. Very good, very good. Now, Daryl, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, or even collaborate, with you, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
I'm always on my cell phone. So that's emailing me isn't probably going to get a fast response. I mean, they can at rareteamllc@gmail, but hitting me up on my cell phone, give me a quick call or a text, would be the best.
All
That
right, all
number's
right, all right. Perfect, perfect. Well, listen, Daryl, I appreciate your time, your story, and also your perspective. All right, we need more people in this space who are actually doing it the right way. So thanks again for being on the show. And for those of you just tuning in, all right, if you got some value from this, just make sure you're subscribed. All right, we got more conversations coming up with operators just like Daryl who are out there building real businesses. Until then, we'll see you on the next episode, guys.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.